Hello, we're back again.
Today we got Charritos,
Yes.
which is Mexican food, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're new to our channel, this is the man from Jersey, and I am Teriyaki.
Yeah, and we're in a relationship, if you couldn't tell.
Yes, today marks 2.5 years together. 30 months.
Yeah, 30 months together. So it's a month anniversary thing. Every month anniversary we go out, we get food. But since we started this channel now, we figured kill two stones with one bird and
Really hot.
and film it as well. So we went to Charritos and we got some Mexican food. We got some elotes on deck, whole bunch of good stuff. We're gonna start taking it out the bag.
Mine says no chili because I like spicy but not too much spicy, and I'm always afraid that people won't gauge the amount of spicy that I want.
It is really hot though. The bad thing though,
it's all stuck on
yeah,
this
the bad
side.
thing is, off rip, a lot of the stuff from the elote is kind of like stuck on the aluminum foil, so that's not,
Yeah.
that kind of stinks. Yeah, that stinks a lot actually. That
Yeah.
really sucks. Alright, so we got the elote. Should we just start off with the elote?
Yeah, I mean, it's like an appetizer.
Yeah, because we got like, we can't have, this is not like the first video where we had like everything, we could just bring it out.
Yeah.
We got two ones. So we got the elote right here. We got the mayo, little what's it called? Chili powder
Yeah, and cheese.
and cheese. But in reality, it's the majority of it is on this right here. So, do you have like a spoon or something? Because I'd like to like.
Yeah, they gave us a spoon. Maybe we can just share the spoon.
So
You said it's a recorder right here.
yeah, the place is called Charritos.
It's located in Weehawken, New Jersey. Here, use the spoon for now.
And you got corn stuck in your teeth.
Oh, the corn hairs? They didn't clean them well. Because if you clean the corn well, you're not supposed to get those hairs.
So what street is that, babe? Boulevard East? Yeah, so it's in Boulevard East in New Jersey. They have one also in like in Hoboken, right? But you went to the Boulevard East one because it's closer to where we're staying.
I mean, it would be better, I feel, if the stuff actually stayed on
Yeah.
the corn cob.
It's hard to eat because it's so hot.
I feel like yours is really hot, but mine cooled off already.
Now chili powder. I got like a bite, like 2 bites ago. I got it for the first time. Like I actually tasted it. It hit me hard. It's
See, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, I don't like I like a subtle spicy, not like too like I'm gonna run for a jug of milk spicy.
I mean, it's still good because like it's corn. Like corn's good, but a lot of the flavor is like on the aluminum wrapping thingy.
Yeah.
But this is literally. Actually, no, because even if you got it to go, like whenever, like why would that not happen? We only got it to go because of the quarantine stuff, you know.
Yeah, you can't eat it there. I bet if we ate it there and they served it to us on a plate, this wouldn't have happened.
No. So, Yelp review time. If you're going to Charritos and you're gonna get an elote to go, this might happen to you too, so don't be disappointed. If you saw this and then still proceeded, don't be disappointed if it happened.
But like picking the mix off the thing, it's pretty good. elotes is always so messy though. Because of the cheese and the mayo and just everywhere.
I like the one we make at your house more. Well, but that's because like you guys use a lot of the ingredients.
Yeah, like when we make it at home, I try to put like an okay amount of mayo, not so it's like too overwhelming. And then I like to put a lot of cheese. And then I just give them the little canister of chili powder just so that they can put as much as they want. I don't put any at all. Probably move back a little more. Nope, that's as far as it goes.
Set a timer just in case it stops recording. Let me just be on the safe side and set it for 15 minutes from now. This camera only records 29 minutes at a time, so we have to set a timer to make sure that it doesn't stop filming and then we're just talking for 10 minutes like idiots, you know?
So yeah, like we mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're celebrating a month anniversary today.
Oh yeah. It's funny. That's what we wanted to talk about, and then I'm here just like talking about everything else.
So we've been together for 30 months.
2.5 years.
Which is really great because I'm 30 this year, and we're celebrating 30 months as well. So it's a lot of 30.
So it's June 7th, 2020. So our date is December 7th, 2017. Which is a really cool number if you think about it, because it's 12/07/2017, and that wasn't by design either. It just happened like that. It's literally the same 4 numbers in like a weird way, like 12/07, and then you like could play with those very same numbers and make the year. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, my girlfriend and me too. I agree. I think you presented the idea, and then I was like, yeah, that is a good idea. I'm stealing your spoon. It's like a how we met type of thing that we're going to talk about as we enjoy this Mexican food.
So basically, we met in September of 2017 at a local community college.
In New Jersey.
Yes, in New Jersey. Here in Hudson County. And then that should give it away. And then,
it's literally the only one we have.
And then, what you call it? I had been working there as a tutor since the beginning of 2017, actually. Yeah. Wait, no. No. The end of 2016. Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
So I've been working there for a year. And then I finally decided to switch campuses because I usually work at the one that's closer to my house.
Yeah, so they have 2 campuses, one in Jersey City and then one in Union City.
And I usually work at the Union City one, but then I wanted a different, like a change of environment, I guess. So I decided, hey, let me work in...
No, say I'm finito.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, so let me work in Jersey City. And then I showed up to work one day. I believe the date was September 19th. And I was in the break room. I was just looking around because the break room there, it's like glass windows. So you can see into the tutoring center. And lo and behold, I saw someone sitting at the registration computers. And I was like, he's cute. But then it's kind of scary because they advise tutors not to date students. So I was like, damn.
She thought I was a student.
Yeah, he might be a student. So I just went up to him and I was like, you know what? Let me just introduce myself to him. If he's a student, then that's not going to go anywhere. So I just went up to him and I just wanted to be nice. I was like, hey, do you need help? And he's like, no, I work here. And I was like, yes! I turned around and I was like, okay, sounds good. And in my head, I was going, yes.
I thought she was cute when I saw her too. I said, oh, she Asian. Oh, she nice. She pretty. Good personality. I'm gonna make her mine. Didn't take too long either.
You still have the spoon?
Yeah, but like I'm not saying like my girlfriend's easy. What the hell? I'm just saying like I know some people. You ask them and they're like, oh, we started as friends and we were friends for like 2 years and this, that, and the ninth, and I made him freaking engaged to me before I even became his girlfriend and blah blah. And I'm just like, yo, what? Like, you really needed that long to figure out like that, like you wanted this person or whatever? It didn't take us that long, but like I think like a month and a half later we were like already like dating.
Because every time we have the same, well, not same shift, but we would, on Tuesdays was our day to see each other. I'd be working from the morning, and then I think I end at 2 or 3, and then he'd start work at 3, going to closing. And then we just meet during like this little gap that I guess we overlapped, that we're both just there, and we just talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And all that talking weekly. Eventually, he kind of like, he was smart, he was slick with it. He asked for my number, but he also asked for another coworker's number. He's like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, because it was the 3 of us talking in like this little break room. And I wanted her phone number, but I had to be slick with it because obviously, you know, if you ask for just her number, I didn't care what like the dude thought, but like some girls could be like, oh, it's like awkward or whatever. So I was like, all right, to not make it awkward, I'm just gonna ask for both of their numbers, so it looks like I'm just like this like super like friendly, like, hey, I just want both of your numbers, like want to hang out with both of you.
Yeah, he was like, maybe we could all go out and get some drinks sometime, and I was like,
yeah, but it was really just like I just want her phone number. You know, the other guy was real cool too, but you know what I'm saying, like that was like the main reason, the main event. Like when you go to a concert, like you could be there for like multiple people, but like there's that one that you really want to see, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll take both your numbers, I would show both of you, but like the real one I want is like your phone number.
yeah, so he asked for it that way, but he never texted me. He never called me. I was actually the first one to reach out to him because I thought I lost something, and he's the only coworker whose number I had, so I was like, let me just ask him if he found it in the break room.
Yeah.
Which was really funny because the whole time I had it, it was just deep inside my pencil case. But I found it, but it sparked our conversations.
Yeah, we started talking a little after that. Trust me, I wanted to text you, honey, but like I forgot why I didn't, honestly, because it was 2.5 years, more than 2.5, because we've been together 2.5, so it was like 2 years and like 8 months or something. I forgot why I didn't text you, but alright, so we had some technical difficulties.
Yes.
Basically, I forgot to delete stuff. I do a podcast with my cousin. I forgot to delete the videos that we did, and ran out of space, so we were talking for like 10 minutes and it didn't even record.
Yeah.
So we're like updating now. We've moved on to the main course.
Yeah, so basically what he got was a quesadilla.
I basically just I have like steak and cheese quesadillas. Steak and cheese. See, now we can even see. We whipped out the monitor too so we could see. Steak and cheese quesadillas. Then I got rice and I got the mushy beans.
And some sour cream.
I don't know if you guys like them, but I love mushy beans. And some sour cream on the side. What'd you get, baby?
I got tacos al carbon, which is like grilled skirt steak with like some pico and a little guac on the side.
Honey, do you have a spoon? Yeah, some guac on the side.
Yeah. There's an extra set. There's an extra spoon here. So yeah, it's been really good so far. I mean, I wish we could have captured like our first few bites of it, but it's been really good.
Yeah, it's been really good.
I wish they gave me sour cream. But the last thing basically that we were talking about,
my thing came with like 4 quesadillas, but I ate like 2.5. Or how many came in it? 4 or 5?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good portion. But yeah, the last thing we got before it stopped recording was
I'm not texting you.
yeah, me not texting you. Like I was saying, it's not that I didn't want to text you. It's just that like I don't know what. I don't know if it was that I didn't know what to say or something. I didn't know if you liked me all the way. I don't know.
Is this spicy?
But I just didn't text you, right? You ended up texting me.
That's spicy.
You ended up texting me because you
I thought I lost something in the break room.
Yeah.
Oh, I also got a frozen mango margarita. It's not frozen anymore though.
She thought she lost something.
Good. That's really good, actually.
She thought she lost something in the break room.
Yeah, so I thought I lost something in the break room. And then I ended up texting him and I was like, hey, by any chance did you find, I think it was like my phone holder, or like it's like a thing that you can wrap your headphones around. And then it turns out I had it in my pencil case the whole entire time. So, but basically that text helped start us talking. So we just kept texting consistently.
That broke the texting ice.
Yeah. We just kept texting consistently. I forget how long we were texting for. Maybe like a month or something.
Yeah.
Or a few weeks before.
I'm still seeing each other at work and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, babe, try it.
Every week. Oh, thank you. We're good.
Little steak and cheese quesadilla. Did it capture it?
I'm checking the monitor. Yeah.
You got rice on it and everything. So you're doing that for a while.
And then I remember I was on my way home from a grad school class. One night I was in the car with a classmate. And she drove me home because she lives near me. And I remember we were texting. And I remember getting that text. And I was just like, eee! And then she was like, what? What happened? And I was telling her about him already. I was like, oh, there's a cute guy I work with. He's Ecuadorian like you. And we talk every week. She's like, ooh, do you know if he has a girlfriend or not? And I was like, maybe. Because, you know, most of the time when you meet a handsome guy, he already has a girlfriend. But
Well, girls too, though.
But it just worked out that he didn't. So she was like, what did he text you? And I was like, oh, he asked me if like we can like socialize outside of work.
I pretty much use those like exact words.
He's like, I wish I could pull up the text, but he was like, oh, would you ever be interested in socializing with me outside of work? I think it was like that. And then I was like so excited about it. And she was like, no, but you can't show him that you're so excited and so eager. He'll think that you're like super eager or whatever. You have to make it seem like you're just like cool with it. So she'd be like, I'm down. And I'm like, okay. I texted him, I'm like, I'm down. And then it just went from there. And then we went on our first date the week of Thanksgiving. The Saturday after Thanksgiving, we went on our first date. We went to, he picked me up, well, let's start there. He picked me up from my house. He waited for me downstairs, and then he gave me a kiss on the cheek. And I felt really good. It made me all bubbly inside. And then we drove, he opened the car door for me. That's just very gentleman-like. He's still a gentleman to this day, actually. And then we went to, we went to a Cuban restaurant on Bergen Line Avenue named El Artesano. And
let me explain this. So we went to El Artesano, Cuban restaurant. We ate typical date stuff, right? You know, you take a woman to eat, whatever. But I already knew Artesano was good. That's why I went there, because I was like, I don't want this to be an awkward experience where I don't like the food or something.
That was my first time.
Went there, we ate. After we ate, Artesano's on Bergen Line, which is like a long strip in Union City, New Jersey, full of stores and stuff.
Yeah, it goes up to North Bergen.
Stretches for like a couple miles. So we just, like I said, it was our first date. I didn't want to just eat and then take her home. So I'm trying to spend as much time as I can, milk the time. And so we just started walking around. We ended up in a clothing store. I don't know how. Like, I definitely wasn't gonna buy no clothes. I didn't have money like to buy clothes like that. Like, it just would have been a bad investment for me. But she ended up, coming out of there with a beanie, a Herschel beanie.
Yeah, because I love Herschel. And I think my buses always drove past that store. So they would have a Herschel's display on the windows. So I was like, one day I'll check it out. And he asked me what I'd like to do, and we basically ended up walking there.
She
I
bought
got
a
my
beanie.
beanie. I still have it to this day. It's one of the best beanies I have. And then after that, I think we were just kind of getting ideas on what to do. I remember when we walked back to the car too, there was like a plastic, like those plastics that they used to bind things, like boxes. I don't know how to describe it, but I remember there was one on the ground, and I tripped over it, and then you caught me because I was about to bust my ass.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we were on our way to the car, and I tripped on it, and he caught me. And then I'm cold. After that, we took a drive to. I remember he even suggested going across the water, and I was like, really? He wants to pay toll and everything and go across the water where there's like no parking, and if there is parking, it's at a private parking lot, and you pay like $50 to park there for an hour.
Yeah, I was basically just trying to impress you. I really didn't want to go across the water.
So we ended up driving towards like the Holland Tunnel, I believe. Yeah, we ended up driving towards the Holland Tunnel.
Because in Jersey City, you know?
Yeah, and then we were like, you know what, let's just stay in downtown Jersey City. So we went to an ice cream shop in Hamilton Park named Milk Sugar Love. It was both our first times trying it. The ice cream was pretty good. I think I'd go back, but I'd just get a different flavor next time.
Do you know why I took her to get ice cream? Because...
Ice cream?
All right.
You said ice cream?
Girl like ice cream.
Oh, come on.
That's why I took her. Continue.
So yeah, we ended up getting ice cream, and then after that we took our ice cream down by the water. By Exchange Place, there's a lot of room for like walking and eating there. They're sitting there and eating and just like having a nice calm night.
Yeah.
So we took our ice cream down there. We ate it by the water. Then we sat at a bench. Like we sat at like these little round benches, and that's where we ate our ice cream. Then we walked more towards where the sidewalk is.
Yeah.
And then there are other benches there, and we sat down. We kind of just stayed there, and I kind of like had my head on his shoulder, and we were kind of just like staring into the view, kind of like this, in a sense. And then
I planted a wet one right on her forehead.
maybe you can.
Lady right here is blowing my eye.
He
Like
said
that?
it like that. And then I remember as soon as he kissed my forehead, I looked up at him, and he was staring at me too. And I don't know, we just ended up kissing, and it was great. And it was like, you know how some people talk about when they're like their first kiss, and they were like, oh, it was so awkward, like it was like really sloppy, like I think I was doing a good job, and then they were just like messed it up, or blah blah blah, so and so. It was just like didn't go very well. But I feel like our first kiss, it felt natural. Like we've been kissing for like months. Yeah, he's obliterated his, and I'm doing a lot of the talking, so I'm not even close to getting done. You want to try this? It's really
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's okay, you can have it. So, long story short, we made out. All
Was it
sloppy.
sloppy?
All sloppy. All sloppy. She remembers what she wants to. All sloppy. Tongue, everything. All that. Right? Really? And then
we just kept walking around, and we just kept stopping to kiss. It was funny.
We like walked like for an hour or so. We were walking a lot, just in there in that area.
I definitely got my steps in that day.
Periodically, I would stop because I wanted to keep making out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a man. I wanted to make out. She wasn't the initiator. I was the initiator every time I wanted to keep making out. Don't blame us either. We knew we liked each other. We knew we wanted each other. Some people know quicker than others, alright? So just because it took you or, you know, whoever 6 months to a year doesn't mean everyone has to be that way.
Yeah.
So after a while of just walking and making out, we were like, we gotta get out of here now. We've been here too long. After that, what'd I do? I pretty much just took you home, right? Took you home. Man, this video could be like an hour long if we really give every single detail. But like, long story short, that was like, at that point, you know, you're not going back. Like, okay, we kissed. You know, there's clearly some feelings here and whatnot. So we just continued doing that whole dating thing, you know, a couple more dates and whatnot.
Yeah, and then he would even pop by, like, whenever he'd go to work, because he's working in Fort Lee at the time.
Yeah.
So that's past like where I live.
So
So
to
he could
commute
just-
from Fort Lee to Jersey City, I had to pass by where she lived anyway.
Yeah, so he'd stop and come see me.
Yeah. Little random
No,
surprises.
I remember too. No, after that was when you had your interview. After our first date, he had his
okay.
interview. And then,
To get the job.
yeah, to get that job. And then he actually, like, came to see me, to, like, tell me about it, how it went. And we would basically spend time together like that. And then when he started his job, he'd come by, like,
Just
spur of
trying
the
to
moment.
squeak in any little moments I could get,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to see her. Yeah, so that stuff, along with like the couple more dates and stuff.
Yeah, and then December 7th.
Yo, I'm
rolls
gonna fall
around.
back because it looks like you just want to tell the host. I'm gonna fall back.
I don't know. You can talk too.
I'm just trying to abbreviate it because I don't want the video to be super long. So after that, because you're giving like every single detail, like he was wearing a red shirt,
No.
green shoes, he was wearing a hat.
Quiet.
Long story, I'm abbreviating this. Long story short, went a couple more dates.
Yeah, and then December 7th rolled around.
Yeah.
We were actually here where we're eating right now. We're parked in Edgewater. We were actually here, I believe. Did we end up go? I don't think we went to Target that night, or did we? Well, I know we definitely went to Modell's. He checked out
I'll
some
put it like this:
champion clothes.
since we've been together, Target dates have become like a little thing. Not so much recently as of late, but
Yeah,
for the
'cause of
first
the
like year and a
quarantine.
half or something, I was all for Target dates.
Yeah. So he went to Modell's. He was looking at like some champion sweatshirts and stuff, and then I think we spent some time in Edgewater.
Yeah.
After that, we ate at Brownstone.
So right now we're giving you the information on the day I asked you out, right?
Yeah.
Like to legit be a couple.
Yeah, and then we went to eat at Brownstone, and I think we just kind of drove around a little after that.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought me home, but we parked like how many blocks away from my house? I think we parked like 4 blocks away from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just kind of parked there, and we kind of just sat there and talked. And I remember like we were just talking about how like I've gotten hurt in the past, and I didn't want to rush into anything because I didn't want to feel like I didn't want to get hurt. 'Cause my thing is like I would rush into things and get hurt like badly. So I was like, I don't want to rush into anything. I feel like we're going like really quickly. Like I feel like we're going at like 100 miles per hour, and I want to dial it down to like 60. But I feel like he was really persistent, and he actually, it took him three tries to get me to be his girlfriend.
On the same day, I asked her out 3 separate times.
Yeah, he asked me once. He's like, "Would you?" I forget how the exact wording, but he's like, "Would you be my girlfriend or whatever?" I was like, "I don't want to rush into anything. I feel like we're going too quickly." Blah blah blah. Then he asked me out again, like maybe like 5 minutes later, and then after
And third
that,
time's
like,
a charm.
I just started crying, and then I was like, I kind of just asked in my head, in like inside of me, I was kind of like, because I grew up in like a religious family, and my mom always asked me to pray. So like I kind of prayed inside, and I was like, if this feels right, can you just like give me a sign if it feels right? And I didn't think he was gonna ask again, but he did ask a 3rd time, and I was like, you know what, this feels really right. And then I said yes.
Yeah, and then that was pretty much.
Yeah, it was right before the day ended too. It was like past 11:30 at night.
Yeah,
I
I was
think.
like cutting it.
So yeah, it was pretty close to December 8th, but we cut it to December 7th. We made the cut.
Yeah, we were like, this is the date. Who cares? This
Yeah.
is it.
And then the rest is history. We've been together today so far
Today marks 2.5 years together.
30 months.
Now, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? Like, this is not like a fairy tale ending, whatever. Like, we've had our fair share of ups and downs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of times where we almost broke up, you know? One time where we kind of even did, you know? But I don't know, somehow, like, it just, we're still here, right? 2.5 years later, we're still here. In a car, eating Mexican food, documenting our story as a couple. Yeah, so that was pretty much it, honey. The December 7th was the date.
That everything became final.
Yeah, and now, you know, since then, you know, we've met each other's parents. I sleep over her house, you know, just all that stuff that comes with being in a relationship. Like, I help them out now. Like, if they need to go do like groceries or something like that, you know, I take them. little things like that. I can't think of everything off top, but you know, we try our best to help each other out. And you know, there's good and bad with everything, but all I know is 30 months later we're still here. And yeah, hopefully it's a forever thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until one of us goes. But that might be making the video too dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you want to say anything else? Oh, I'll say this, but I don't know if we'll keep this in the video. So it's kind of like crazy how we even met. I might just say that this is like a prelude, and then I'll put this at the beginning of the video. So a little prelude to how like things have to really work out for you to like meet up or whatever. So a little backstory about me, right? 2016, I graduated high school 2010. I was kind of in and out of college, BSing and whatnot. 2016, I decided like, all right, I'm gonna go back and get this associate's degree. Finally, want to make my parents proud, that whole stuff, right? So I go back to the community college where we ended up meeting. I go back there, and I'm just doing the school grind, you know, going to school, trying to get straight A's, get my associates or whatnot. I end up taking a summer 2 or summer 1 course, some like business course, BS stuff. Take it, and it's like it was like over the summer, so it was like a late night class, like afternoon, evening class or whatever. And one day we're just in class, and one of my classmates just like mentions her job, and I was unemployed at the time, right? So I was just trying to like upgrade my life pretty much. I was like, yo, I'm trying to get a job, I'm trying to get in school, I'm just trying to like do things the right way, right? So she mentions this job as a tutor, and I'm like, man, that sounds like it's like not that bad. So whatever, I hear her just talk about that in class, but I didn't want to like call her out on it, you know, or like inquire about it in the middle of class. It's awkward. So I waited till class ended, and I kept it in my mind. So when class ended, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna mention her name, but I was just like, oh, hey, I heard you mention that job, like, or like, is it good? Are they still hiring? Blah blah blah. This, that, and the ninth. Is it hard to get? And long story short, she gave me all the information, who to contact, contacted the person. I had to like go in for this like written little assessment thing to make sure I could even like help someone else out, make sure I was good. And went in, did that. I remember I had to write this essay. I actually thought I did really bad on the essay, and I really didn't even think I was gonna get the job. Like, I left that place that day thinking like, man, I didn't get this job, I gotta keep looking, whatever. And then I think like it took like a week or two for them to call me back, right? Something like that. And they told me I got the job. And I was like super gassed about that, right? Because I'm thinking like, oh man, like I'm in school now and I'm working as a tutor. Like, everything in my life is built around like academics and stuff. Like, this is something my parents could be really proud about, you know? Which is funny now, because that job actually wasn't that great. I was getting paid $12 an hour. That's like not good at all. But I was like super souped, and I used to tell people, I was like 25 or something, being like, I'm getting paid $12 an hour, and like saying it like that was like a good thing. But whatever though. I got the job. I was happy that I was at least employed. And then my very first day on the job, like literally the first day going to there, I was nervous as heck. You know, because like with any job, first day you start, you're always nervous, you know, whatever. It's always nerves there. And then, yeah, that's how I ended up meeting her. She, or, you know, my girlfriend, because she came up to me and asked me if I needed help. And I was just kind of like, I'm a tutor here. So it's just like a destiny thing, you know, because there was so many things. If so many things don't happen, like, who knows if we ever meet? Like, what if I never decide I want to go back to school? What if I never take that one course? What if that girl never mentions the job? What if I never inquire about the job? What if I just brush it off like, whatever, and I never think much about that enough to inquire about it? What if I never actually go for the assessment? What if I got lazy and didn't follow through on actually going to try to get the job? What if I bomb the assessment and don't get the job? What if she doesn't decide she wants to work at the different campus randomly that semester, the first time she wants to switch over, we don't meet.
Yeah, because with me, it was like, I liked working at the Union City campus, but people can be annoying. And like, you kind of just want to refrain from being around certain people. So I was like, let me get a change of environment. So if I didn't ever make that decision, I would never saw you.
Yeah.
I mean, we were together at the tutor orientation, but I don't remember seeing you.
Me either.
But like, see, look how it works out.
Yeah, so many things had to have gone right for this to happen. So it's just like a destiny thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys know, but we're both done with our food already. We've been done for a few minutes now. I think that pretty much wraps it up, honey. So
yeah, how would you rate the food though?
Oh, so the food, I liked it, honestly. I liked everything.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'm not gonna give like no star reviews or anything. I'm just gonna say if I liked it or not. I liked it. The only bad thing was the elote. Like, a lot of the stuff that you get an elote for, you know, you want the mayo and all that stuff
And
on there.
cheese.
It was like all stuck to the wrapper, you know, like.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate, but I mean, all in all, though, good experience. First time eating Charritos. The first video when we ate Dos Amigos, we ate that already. That was just more like a, hey, let's have Dos Amigos and satisfy our craving for it. This was first time having it, and it was good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it. I definitely had those tacos again. The steak was seasoned really well, and I loved it. It was really good. Even this margarita, I thought it was like a little on the expensive side, because I had a margarita recently from a place nearby here, and I got it for free, but they sell them for $7 a cup, and it was really good. And I was like, this one was way more than that, and I was like, I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope it's worth the price. But honestly, it is worth the price. This mango margarita is really good. Right,
Is it alcoholic?
yeah.
A little bit.
That's one thing too with him. He doesn't drink.
Not really. I drink more with like her than like anyone, and it's always like an in-house thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. It's not my cup of tea. But I think we should stop it here, honey, because this video is very long. It's probably
it's
like
going like different directions now.
I think this is almost like 30-40 minutes. I'll see if I chop this up or whatnot. I don't know, but I don't like editing too much because I like to keep things, you know, real. You know, this is how it is. No cuts and stuff.
But basically, now you guys know how we met. The story of how this came to be. And we're happy. I'm happy to be celebrating 30 months together. I don't know about you.
Yeah, the longest relationship I've been in.
Me too. And I'm pretty sure we can both say that we definitely eat from Charritos again. This was our first time. Well, this is my first time trying it. Did you ever have their food?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I definitely think we should eat there again. I like the food. I think it's a good value.
Yeah, no, it's good. It was good. So this is pretty much the how we met video. So this is us right now. Pretty much we have a couple's YouTube channel, and I'm aiming to upload like 3 times a week. I would like to. I have to see how her schedule is gonna be like once things go back to normal with, you know, post quarantine and whatnot. Hopefully we don't fall off on this because I'm having a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah, me too. I'm having fun.
So hopefully
we can keep this going.
Hopefully we keep this going.
And typical YouTuber thing, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content.
Yeah, if you want to see more content, what kinds of things would you like us to do?
Even if you don't like, comment, and subscribe, we're still gonna do it because I'm having fun. But it would be nice if we saw like some actual numbers like out of this, you know, like views and subscribers. That'll help us out.
Getting like to document our relationship is really fun. So it'll be a lot more fun if like we knew that people are out there watching it.
All right, so come along on the journey. That's gonna wrap it up for this video, honey.
Yes.
Thank you.
Again, this is Teriyaki,
the man from Jersey, celebrating 30 months. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Bye. Peace.